1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12 down to 16. Sound like everybody have it. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as you are partakers or sharers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be, when, not if, not if, when, not if, when, not if, when his glory, when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy, if you be reproached for the name of Christ. Happy are you, oh God, for the Spirit of glory and of God rested upon you. And their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer and sit in Collin County Jail waiting to see the judge. Or as a thief cheating on your income tax, writing hot checks. Or as an evildoer doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Or a busybody always talking about folks in other people's business, in other men's affairs. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, so your suffering ain't coming from murdering and killing. Your murdering, your suffering ain't coming from being a busybody or a thief. You ain't suffering because you stole something out of Walmart. You shoplifted. Coles or somewhere. You in jail for stealing, shoplifting honey buns and stuff. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf. Look at it, as a Christian, that means Christ-like. So if any man suffer for being Christ-like, let him not be ashamed. Let him glorify God on this behalf. I'm going to read verse 12 out of my Message Bible. Well, this is what got me. He said, friends, when life get really difficult, don't jump to the conclusion that God isn't on the job. Instead, be glad that you are in the very thick of what Christ experienced. This is what blessed me right here. This is a spiritual refining process with glory just around the corner. And that's the thought tonight. His glory is around the corner. Boy, I don't know about y'all, but that's a prophetic word. I had to hear that today. God let me know something is about to come. So when Peter said to think it not strange concerning the fiery trials which is to try you, let me tell you what that means. It means don't be surprised or shocked that you are being tried and tested by the circumstances you are facing. That's what it means. Don't think it's strange. Don't be shocked. Don't let it shock you. Amen. Don't let it make you feel like, man, what's going on? Notice what he said. Notice he didn't tell you what to think, but he told you how to think. He told you the attitude to have while you're going through your circumstance. Y'all better hear me. He said, so look, don't take it as a shock. Don't take it as something that, man, I'm surprised that this is happening. It's not a surprise you're going through because you suffered as a Christian. If you are a Christian, yes, well, no surprise. If you're not suffering as a thief, you're not suffering as a murderer, you're not suffering as a busybody, but you are suffering because you've been Christ-like, then why are you surprised about the situation? You're supposed to go through this. You're supposed to go through things attacking your mind and attacking your body and your character being assassinated. You're supposed to go through things where folks don't want to like you and talk to you and visit you or call you. You're supposed to go through that. Why think it's strange? It's not strange. It is ordinary for a Christ-like Christian to go through suffering. And now he's saying, look, don't be surprised by this. Don't be shocked. Because you are being tested by the circumstance you are facing. Because it is a matter of fact that if you are sold out to the cause of Christ, then you're going to go through unsurprisingly suffering situations because of your stand for Christ. Let me tell you, you sold out to the cause for Christ. It's no doubt. It's just a matter of fact. You are going through unsurprising situations because of your stand for the Lord. If you're tired of suffering for the Lord, get out the race. If you're tired of going through these so-called surprise attacks, get out the race. If you're not ready to suffer for his name, get out the race. Because anybody that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. But the good news is his glory is around the corner. Oh, come on, give God the praise for his glory being around the corner. So as long as you live to please the Lord, as long as you live to please the Lord, as long as you live to please the Lord, you heard me well, as long as you live to please the Lord, God is going to allow some unwanted things to happen in your life. Y'all, it's some stuff you can't pray away. It's some stuff you can't pray away, and then when it's done, you got to deal with it. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. It's some stuff, as low, he said, concerning the strange things that has happened to you. It's going to be things happen to you, and you're going to feel like a victim. Really, you're not suffering as a victim. You suffer because you are victor. We don't suffer as victims. We suffer as victors. Y'all better hear me. That's why we don't pout and we don't have folks to feel sorry for us when we are going through our suffering, because we're not victims. We're suffering as victors in Christ Jesus. Oh, y'all better hear me. That's why I'm not singing the blues when I'm going through. I'm not trying to explain it so my sorrow so bad to you for you to still feel sorry, because I'm not a victim. I'm going through some unwanted situations because of my stand for the Lord. Why did this happen to me? Because you're Christ-like. Why am I going through in my body and I've done nothing wrong? Because you're Christ-like. Why is my family coming against me and I've done no harm? Because you're Christ-like. Why me? Why not you? You are chosen for this. Y'all quiet over here. He wouldn't have chosen you to walk in that kind of anointing if you wasn't ready to carry it. Watch this. And you wouldn't walk through that kind of suffering if he didn't think that much of you. You wouldn't be going through that kind of suffering if God didn't think that much of you. Because he said, I chosen you in the furnace of affliction. It was something about that. I saw you in affliction. I saw something good about you. Even before you went in it, I know what I put in you, but I can't get it out you till I put you through that furnace. I got to put you through some heat. I got to put you through some trial, because you're too valuable not to go through it. Woo, you're too valuable not to go through that. So I chose you. You know what the word chose means? Handpicked. Out of your family, I picked you. While they driving new cars, you going through your season of struggling. You're going through your season of apartments, and God said, oh, okay. You going through your affliction. I handpicked you. That's why they got stuff easy. You don't got it that easy right now, because I'm teaching you how to suffer. What does the word suffer mean? The word suffer means to be without. That's what it means. It means to go without. You go without with everything you have. Watch this. You go without and you got everything you need. Yes. You go without with everything you need. See y'all never. Oh God, I'm going without, but I got him. For my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches. No, he didn't say nothing about your bank account. He didn't say nothing about your job. He didn't say nothing about your 401k. He said, according to my riches, while you're going through your suffering, you got to call on Jesus. He will answer prayer. You got to call on. See, you got him. And so we wonder why all this stuff is happening. Because God said, I have designed things to happen to you. Now watch this. He don't allow everything to happen at once. Because he can't make you a good man or woman at once. Y'all better hear me. He can't make you the anointed person that he wants you to end up being at once. So he brings you things by things. The steps of a good man is ordered by the, not leaps, steps. Every step, affliction, but it's ordered. Next step, boom, affliction, and it's ordered. But at the end of it, my way been ordered. Now when I get to my promise, I step by step through affliction and suffering. So when I get to that, boy, I got some fire. I got some anointing because I stepped my way to this anointing. I didn't run to it. I stepped. God took his time, blessing me, but I stepped through it. Oh, I listen, they got there faster than I did. They skipped steps. But I stepped my way slowly. Remember when we was a kid, the turtle raced the rabbit? That rabbit was gone, didn't it? That turtle took his time. If I'm not mistaken, that rabbit took a nap. He got tired, didn't he? Because he went too fast. But when you take step by step, you're not too tired. You just, he way up there. But I promise you, after a while, you go catch him. Because see, there's some folks you finna catch up with. It's like they're advancing faster than you, got more things than you got, have arrived faster, but God said they got there too fast. He said, I will. I heard the Lord tell me. He said, I will allow things to happen to you. But when it happened, don't be surprised. Because as long as you carry my name, you got to go through. Y'all come on, somebody. You got to go through this, baby. I've been going through a long time. That don't mean God is not putting you through this because of the amount of time. See, a lot of us is looking at the amount of time. I thank you for this one. A lot of us looking at the amount of time as quantity. But God said, I'm looking at the amount of time you're going through as quality. You looking at the quality of the time, but God said, I'm looking at the quality of your patience. Oh, God. He said, you displaying some quality. That's all you do. You look, oh, God. Oh, I can't. How long I wait? But God said, man, listen, get out of, Lord, y'all, the quantity of months and years. But God said, but you got to look at it. How look at it? Look at the quality. You've been patient. You still been praying. You ain't backslided. You ain't turned away from me. You still got your praise. You still got your death. You still got your shout. That's quality. God said, I'm going to reward you not because of the quantity of time, but for the quality that you put in the time that allowed you to go through this. You know, some of us in here know what I'm talking about. Some folks not. Because let me tell you, when you suffering for Christ's sake, you know why you suffering. You know I'm suffering because of this. And a word like this going to help me get through this season. Oh, y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm not suffering because I lied on you, because I cussed you, or because I said stuff I shouldn't have said. Now I can't sleep at night because of my own guilty conscience. But I'm suffering like this. I didn't do anything. God, but you put this on me. Lord, y'all better hear me. And just like when Mary went through and had Jesus without a man, and she had a baby, she still protected his virginity. Her virginity, she still was a virgin when she came out. Even though you going through this, he put this on you. When you came out, you still wasn't no victim. He preserved your status in him. I put this on you. But you're not a victim. I'm going to preserve you through this. And when you come out, you're still not going to be a victim. You're a victim before you're a victor before I put it on you. You're a victor while you're going through it. And you're going to be a victor when you come out of it. Ah, shut up, boy. Something's hit me down inside my belly. My God, I know shopping is around the corner. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor shopping is around the corner. I know y'all hear that. I can hear it in the spirit. And see, there are some things that happens in our lives that we don't have any control over. Right? And some trials that come our way can hit you so fast and so hard till they leave you shocked. And watch this. The blow of the trial was so sudden and violent until you didn't know what to do or which way to go. And you know what that means? It left you shocked. Don't think it's strange. That's what you thought. Don't think it's strange mean don't be shocked. Don't consider it as a surprise. Because some things happen that you weren't looking for, and it hit you and it shocked you. But God said in that hour, your attitude shouldn't be victim. Your attitude should be victor. I don't understand what you're doing, but God, I still praise you. These are the kind of trials that is unusual. These are the kind of trials that are surprising in a way that is unsettling or hard to understand. Oh, sis, God, some of y'all got to hear this one. God doesn't mind us rejoicing and praising him after he turned the tables in our favor. Because you know we can cut a rug. And that's all right to do it because he loves it. I mean, he blessed you. And you come to church, boy, you shouting and you dancing. And God said, I don't mind you dancing. Amen. When my breakthrough comes, because I want you to dance. I want you to give me glory. But God is watching what we do when we are in a trial. Watch this. He is watching to see will we still trust him when the trial is so strange and unusual that you don't know what to make of it. He's watching you. And you know what the problem is? Some people fail the test. They're going through, and God said, I'm watching you. Because you don't understand it, don't mean you don't praise me. Because you don't understand it, and you don't know what to make of it, don't mean, listen, sometimes God's saying, look, watch this. Sometimes God's looking at your shout, and he's looking at the time of your trial, end of your trial, and he's comparing your shout to the time. And sometimes the end of your trial is calculated up in your dance. Y'all quiet. the timing of the trial is sometimes calculated up in your praise. Why you praising while you don't understand it? I don't know what to make of it, but you still praising him. You still giving him glory. You still saying, God, I'm holding on. I'm not letting. Boy, listen. I was just thinking this other day. It don't matter what you're going through. You better hold tight to God. Trials is not designed for you to push away from God. That's when you should draw closer to him. You don't understand it. He the only one gonna get you out. You know, trials make people backslide. Folks start backsliding when trials come. But that's the wrong time. Because all my help come from the Lord, which made the heaven and why back up from God when you got to get closer to God. I don't understand what you do, but as long as I'm in your name, he said the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous run it, and as long as I'm in your name, in your power, in your presence, I'm safe from anything that could happen outside. Y'all better hear me. It's time to run closer to God. And I don't know who I'm talking to here this evening, but there's some folks got to run closer to God. Stop letting your situation make you draw away from God. You should be drawing near to God. God said, I'm watching what you do in the times of your trial. I'm watching your prayer life. I'm watching your fasting. I'm watching your worship. And I'm calculating the time and the end of it to what you're doing right now. Some of us go through longer because we ain't learning the lesson in it. You ain't learning the lesson in it. And the lesson is drawing close to God. This is the time to draw closer to the Lord. Because, you know, a lot of times we want to draw closer to the Lord when we understand. But the best time is to get to him, Lord, I don't understand. Watch this. God, you can take me where you want to take me. You can take what you want to take. Long as if they take it, long as I still with you. If they take the car, please don't take my relationship. If they take the house, God, let me stick with you. If they take the job, let me stick with you. Because I know what you is mercy. My God, I know what you is kindness. If I stay in favor with you, I can get all that stuff back. But I can't leave you when the job leaves. I can't leave you when the car leaves. I gotta stay right there. I was with you before the car came. I'm gonna be with you before the car when the car's gone. Lord, as long as I'm with you. Your faith got to come up higher and say, God, I'm sticking with you. I'm sticking. My mind can't comprehend it. I don't know what to make of this. It's strange to me. You told me if I did this, that, and that, you will bless me, but I'm not seeing it. Got to stick with it. I mean, get closer than you ever have. You get so close to, listen, he satisfies your reasoning without any natural evidence. Lord, I just trust you. You know what trust means? People think trust means God's going to do it the way you think he's going to do it. I trust you to do it like this, and I'm dependent on you to do it like this. Trust me, whatever the outcome is, I trust that you made the decision. Trust means to depend on, to rely on, to have confidence in. That's what trust is. You got to have faith to be able to trust. Y'all quiet. I put my faith and my trust in him. Whatever you say, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to think for you by writing down what I want you to do. This how you going to do it, and this way you going to do it. God said, that ain't trusting me. Trusting me means that you know I got your best interest at hand. So no matter what happened at the end of it, it's going to work for your good. Whether you take it for your good or not, God said, I got you through this. Y'all better hear me now. Oh man. So I'm gonna wait on him. That's where people, again, that's where people backslide, because they figured God was going to do it like this, but he did it like that. But when you serving a big God, you can't think for him. You just got to go into his presence with thanksgiving, into his course with praise. All you got to know is he that made you and not you yourself. Y'all better hear me. God, wherever you lead me, I will follow. Listen, I'm not your shepherd. You my shepherd. And I'm going to follow you. Come on, somebody. Especially in this trial of your life, you better learn how to follow the Lord. If he's not talking, you just stay with what he told you last. Y'all better hear me. I'm not hearing. I'm ready to tell you to do last. He told you to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I'm not moving a muscle until God say move. And sometimes God don't give you details. He just give you one word. God speak to me. Oh Lord, tell me where to go. God just telling you, stand still. Stand still. Don't move. Don't move, but God, what you mean don't move? They're telling me we gotta move.
Right? Everybody else moving, God.
Don't move. Stand still. Stand still. They about to run us out of here with that state trooper. A constable, rather. You going down when they open that door. Anyway, he don't always see. He's so much God, till he's not bound by man. Martha and Mary called for him, and he came what? 4 days later.
Well, he chose to come.
He's not our genie in the bottle.
For your sake.
For your sake. He's saying, can you still give me glory while you're going through this fiery trial? Watch this. Can you just really trust me in it? Do you really trust that I'm going to make a way for you when the odds are against you? See, we can easily say yes when nothing is challenging us. But when the bill is staring you in your face, you got the bill in your face, you got the bank statement right here. The bill is more than the bank statement. And whose report? Yeah. And whose report?
Do you believe? Come on, man of God.
Do you believe?
God, come on with this word.
Y'all hear me tonight?
Yes.
So, brothers and sisters, the fiery trials are the tests and circumstances. Y'all hear this? The fiery trials are the tests and circumstances that comes to burn out ungodly character defects that is in your life. It's coming to burn out that old negative spirit. It comes to burn out that old doubting spirit. It comes to burn out attitudes. And y'all better hear me. Let's go to the word. Let's come on to James chapter 1. I say I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I've got much farther to go. But just through the trials I've been through in life, I wouldn't be mature on the level I'm mature on now. Because, listen, eating Twinkies and stuff didn't make me mature. Going without made me mature. Learning how to trust God and keep living when I don't have. Keeping a good attitude when I don't have. Y'all quiet here now. Didn't have a lot of clothes. Still trust God. Don't cars picked up. Houses gone. Still held on to God. Sickness in my body. Still held on to God. Folks talked about me like a dirty dog. Still held on to God. Y'all, folks backstabbed me, backbited, walked out on me, betrayed me, but I still held on to God. Do it. I held on when I didn't have what I had at first. Won't that make it? It'll straighten you up. It'll straighten you up. What suffering does, it shows you that you really don't need to depend on that stuff. Suffering teaches you that your God is the one that you depend on. Your God is the one gonna give you what you don't have. You gotta just trust the Lord. Listen, I ain't got the money. Listen. When God got you on assignment and God's telling you to do something, money ain't the. Listen, God said money ain't your God. If I told you to do something, it's my job to take care of you. So you got to trust me for the ravens. You got to trust me for the brook of Cherith. Come on, son. You got to trust me when you don't have a way. You don't know no way out of this. All you got is me. God said, I like it like this. Sometimes I got to take the bottom out from under you and see where your faith is. I got to see where you really been standing. Are you with me because of the fish and the loaves? But are you with me because of my word? And y'all better hear what I'm saying. Sometimes all you got is nothing but darkness, and you got to search for God in the darkness. Have you ever been in a dark place where you got to search for God and you found him? Oh, God seemed like he was nowhere in sight. But God said through them days, I had to sharpen your discernment. Because you had no eyes to see, no ears to hear, no hands to touch, nothing to feel. But all you had was to seek God to find out where he was in the dark. Some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Those are the times I found the anointing of God when I had to suffer. Christ-like. And it was them times. It was them dark times. It was them times you didn't have, but you had to trust him to get. I ain't talking about for 1 day, 2 days. I'm talking about some things you got to go through for years. And let me tell you how you know how bad it is. You start questioning yourself. What have I done? Am I reaping something that I sown? God, have I? Lord, forgive me, Lord, if it's something I don't know. God looking at you like, you want to be great in God? Well, you got to have them seasons. You got to go through those seasons where you're not leaning on your flesh. You're leaning on God. I had to find him, Sister Linda, in some dark places. Because God decided to hide himself. You preached it. And I had to seek for it. But if you ain't willing to go through dark seasons, you ain't willing to go without. Everything got to be pledgeable before you believe it. You ain't ready for the next level. But you got to ask the Lord, Lord, before I get there, Lord, I don't like it, but listen, take me through that furnace. I got to go through it at some time or the other, so I can't keep delaying it. Lord, go and take me through that furnace, because I know when I come out that furnace of affliction, I'm coming out with some fire and power and purity and holiness that I didn't have before I went through it. Y'all better give God the glory. That sound in my belly, I didn't find it in the light. I found this in the darkness. Found it in the dark places. Y'all better hear me here. Find it in the dark places. And it brings forth that light. Y'all better hear me. Let's come on. Let's go. James chapter 1. James chapter 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. James chapter 1, it says in verse 2 and 3. It's just right next door, Peter. It said, knowing this. Now, verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. temptations don't always mean fleshly sin. Temptations is anything that's pressuring you. It's trials. Sometimes they come to pressure your flesh to move in a direction that God don't want you to move in. That's what temptation is nothing but pressure on the flesh that hits your emotions. Motions. Your emotions makes you move. But in order not to be moved, you got to count it joy. Y'all better hear me. He said, count it all joy. Count it all joy. When, not if. Uh-oh. You and I are going to go through some temptations. And we're going to fall into it. Y'all got. He said, when you fall. Y'all don't like it. In other words, when you fall don't mean you fall into sin. But when you fall, it's going to challenge your mind. It's going to challenge everything you know about God. It's going to challenge your faith. You're going to wonder if you stay with me. You fell into a temptation to ask God, Lord, what's going on? I quit discouragement. When you fall in, yeah, see, some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but some of y'all do because you understand when you Christ-like. You fall into it.
Yes, you do.
Y'all quiet here. When you fall into, divers mean many pressures. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be entire, wanting nothing. Let me talk to you after that message. Consider it a sure gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You ever been there? That's what you call diverse temptations. When trials come at you at one time, that's diverse. Y'all quiet. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. I know what you are when you going through. Oh, I seen some people go through they ugly, boy. That bold testimonies, that highlighted neon shout, that praise the Lord that lingered, praise the Lord. Woo, but when that trial came and hit their house, it showed you their true colors. You know what that show you? Their strength didn't equal their testimony. Huh? Their strength didn't match their dance. Because, y'all quiet over here. Because their trial brought out the true color. And you know what? Through trial, you know the mature Christian from the immature or the unexperienced. Because the unexperienced don't know how to maintain that relationship, but they start drifting backwards. Because things ain't going well. I'm just discouraged. I like to have my stuff. And you ever lost a job, a car, a house, all in 1 week?
We did. Didn't backslide either.
Didn't go back. Had to walk way across the city to go to church. No car.
Come on.
Still was faithful.
Was expecting and didn't.
Through the hip. She was pregnant. Didn't even know we were walking halfway across town just to be at church and walk back home. Not bragging, but my point is saying this. We have to go through in order to develop that kind of maturity and faith in God. Y'all better hear me. Through all of that, through 1 week, and still held on to God. That didn't come, that strength in that situation didn't come without prior battles, trials, and errors. Y'all got quiet. Trial and error. See, we just want to talk about the victory. What about the errors? I've had errors. I had to learn. Listen, some of this anointing came through my errors too. Because I said, Lord,
You better tell the truth.
I went through some things. I got weak. I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. I'm talking about years ago. I had to learn through my weakness how to find my strength. Y'all better hear me. And once I messed up and I got it right, I ain't doing that no more. I'm going to stick with God because I made hell much worse. Actually, when you're going through, you backslide. Actually, you bringing hell into heaven. Because it's heaven that brought the trial. It's backsliding that brought hell in. Y'all know what I said? Huh? It was God moved his hand for you to go through that situation. So you decided to move backwards into sin, so you brought Satan in. Satan had nothing to do with this until you went backwards. God said, can you and I suffer one-on-one without bringing Satan in this? Can we suffer one-on-one without you going back and tipping back in old music and friends and slang? And can you leave Satan out of this? Can you learn to develop with me one-on-one? What he said, your faith life is forced into the open and show its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Please, God, give me out. God said, listen. All right, I'm going to get out of this situation. God said, don't move. I'm getting out of this. God said, stay there. I'm getting out of this. God said, listen, there's a time you're going to get out, but don't get out before your time. Don't quit that job before your time. I'm getting out of this job. God didn't say quit. This job I was on, watch this. I quit upon instruction. See the difference? We learn, right? The Bible said Jesus himself learned by the things he suffered. Y'all quiet. You don't leave something prematurely because you fell into temptation. You stay there because he's working something out of you. At your character that God's not pleased with. If you leave before your time or whatever it is, you'll never develop. You will always be on that same old level. Listen, you don't run, but let me tell you what I hear the Lord said, I'm tired of y'all, some of y'all running from pressure. You stay there. Y'all got quiet. Yeah, it's patience. That's right. Patience means you doing the same thing over and over again. That's what patience is. Patience is not sitting at a red light. This light long. I'm just waiting. I'm just using my patience. That ain't that kind of patience. I'm just in this long line waiting to eat. I would walk out and go to another restaurant. Ain't that kind of patience. Patience is you living holy, the same holy every day, over and over and over again, same good attitude, patiently, over and over again, over and over again. You want to give a piece of your mind, but you're striking your tongue again. You bit your tongue again. You bit your tongue again. It's over. Patience. I'm doing the same thing that pleases God every day until God decides to move me on. Now watch this. My patience had walked into me some maturity. I had to lean on God to be patiently holy and patient every day. Y'all better hear me. Patience. Y'all got quiet. I ain't blowing up today. I ain't doing it. I feel it, but I ain't doing it. My flesh want me to say something, but well, see, and watch this. You got over that, you work patience. Patience means I'm doing the same thing over and over again until God bring deliverance. Your faith work at patience. It work at patience. Your trial work at patience. It's working. It's working. It's teaching me how to be stable in my prayer life. Every day I'll come to the same time of prayer. Same time of prayer. I'm still praying, patiently praying until he move me. And when I come off that, I'm going to see a quality in me I didn't know I had. See, trying to bring quality. I told y'all looking at quantity. God said, I'm trying to look at quality. All right. So, brothers and sisters, I'm about to finish this up. Trials are outward circumstances, conflicts, sufferings, and troubles encountered by all believers. Trials are not pleasant. It may be extremely grievous, but believers are to consider them as opportunities for rejoicing. That's your attitude. We're supposed to have a good attitude while we're going through. Y'all got quiet. You shouldn't see no different pastor when I go through. He said we should rejoice. What's the reason to rejoice? I don't like what I'm going through. But I'm rejoicing because he found me worthy to share with him his suffering. He found me worthy to share with him. Y'all quiet. The fellowship of his suffering and the power of his resurrection. He called me in to share with him. Why not rejoice? Come on, when you got the Holy Ghost for real and you sold out, you got some joy. There's something about a saint they might be going through. But they ain't for the word, listen, they not for the word that worldly, heavy mask on them when they come to church. They not for the way the service down. They ain't for the way, listen, they got a praise in their mouth. They got a praise in their feet. Come on, somebody. Come on, lift them hands and give. Because I'm rejoicing because I've been found worthy to suffer with him. Not just for him, but with him. It's bad when you got saints look like they've been sucking on lemons and pickles. I mean, your face is. How you doing? No. Brothers and sisters, we should rejoice, right? Troubles, and difficulties are tools which refines and purify our faith, producing patience and endurance. Patience. Trials produces patience and endurance. Endurance means I'm standing strong under pressure.
That's it, Pastor. That's it, preacher. That's it.
Y'all better hear me. Ask yourself, how's my endurance level?
Come on.
Because the race ain't given to the swift or to the strong, but to he that endure. How's your endurance under this? You know what? Everybody say they want to be warriors. I want to be spiritual warriors. But a warrior is one that got incredible endurance. Y'all quiet on me here. I mean, you can go through things that ordinary people don't. They'll quit. But when you got endurance, y'all listen to me, y'all going to sleep. All right, I believe it. You can bear under sickness and still come to church. Still preach. Still give God glory. Still love your husband and wife. Still take care of your kids under pain. You're burning, you holding on to God until he bring you out of it. That's endurance. And if you're going to get anywhere with God, that situation you're dealing with, stop letting it break you down. God said endure patience, and have a good attitude till I bring you out of this. If you got to eat ramen noodles, love them. Listen, let me tell you about me and us. We would go to the grocery store with $13. Man, I went there, we bought cheese, ramen noodles, and the little machine talking, take your change and blah, blah, blah. And I spoke for her and get your broke self out of here. And she didn't say that, but that's what I felt she's saying. Make sure you catch your change in your receipt and get your broke self out of here. She didn't say it, but what I'm thinking, like, that's how I felt. But you know, we bless the Lord with them ramen noodles. We bless the Lord with that cheese on it. Yeah, that's good. But it's steak and potatoes when it's all you have. But we didn't backslide. Y'all ain't gonna like this one. Watch this. We didn't backslide in one way by going to ask our unsaved loved ones for loans. The ones that you said your God's a Maymaker too. Wait, maker too. Y'all. So the aim of testing, brothers and sisters, the aim of testing is not to destroy you or to afflict you, but to purge and refine you. It wants to purge you. I want to go through the prayer line and get this stuff. No, God said, no. Let me go and put you through some heat where you have to keep wasting that preacher time to keep laying hands on you. I want to just get the prayer. Get this out of me. God said, it ain't getting out of you like that. Let me go on and put you through something. Let me go ahead and put this heat on that flush. That old folks flush. Y'all hear me? And go through this thing praising God. And telling the Lord, look, I don't know when this is going to be over. But I know you're greater than me. I know you're greater than me. And depend on the grade will depend on the reward. Y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all ain't listening to me. Depend on your greater faithfulness will depend on the greater reward that's coming your way. Y'all better hear me. Somebody got something big coming. It's around the corner. Tell somebody it's around the corner. And so the testing is not only to purge and refine you, but it's also essential to develop your spiritual maturity. It's time for the saints to grow up. Stop getting mad over the same things, arguing over the same things, fussing over the same thing. Got that same button that been there, should have been broke off a long time. I push it, I know to blow you up. Listen, when them buttons gonna break? It's time to grow up. You said that. Listen, we cool. So don't say that. Ah! I just know what to touch. You just keep talking. You keep talking, Junior. All right. Well, I'm trying to tell you. You weigh too much, Junior. You know what to get him. Don't talk about my weight. Ah! You know I got a weight problem. Hey, we're not grown from that stuff. Some of this stuff. God said, man, look, you ready to preach? And they still touching buttons that you've been delivered over years ago. That's another level, huh? Temperance means self-control. I have to do a series on the fruit of the Spirit one by one. Boy, them some tough scriptures. Those not the gifts. Those are the characters of Christ. And those gifts, the fruits of the Spirit, need to be developed and cultivated. It don't fall on you like the anointing. When you cultivate those gifts, then you develop anointing. Anointing comes through cultivation. Y'all remember that? Anointings comes through cultivation and development. And through maturity. Y'all hear me tonight. And so, meaning of patience transcends the ideal of bearing affliction. It includes the ideal of standing fast under pressure with a staying power that turns adversity into opportunities. Staying power means I'm going to stand. I'm going to stay. In this adversity, I'm going to turn to an opportunity. The pressure is tight, but I'm going to pray much tighter. The pressure is strong, but my praise level for to go higher. Y'all better hear me. I'm going to turn this to an opportunity. I'm going to watch God. I'm going to trust God in this. But before God can trust us with the weight of the glory and blessing that's coming our way, he has to allow you to go through the process of the furnace of affliction so that you will be spiritually mature enough to handle it. And let me tell y'all something. I'm going to throw this in there before I go on. No, I'm going to wait on that. No, I'm going to come back to it. I want y'all to hear this. He said, when his glory shall appear. Not if. The word when means a set time. God has a set time for you to go through the fiery trial. And he has a set time when he's going to bring you from out of it. And after God bring you from out of your furnace of affliction, you won't be thinking if, but you will be thinking when. Because the glory that's around the corner is not a probability, but it is a set time that God has arranged to bless your life. God's, listen, this is sooner than you think. It's something for to come around the corner sooner than you think. This is whatever you're dealing with is about to end sooner than what you think. God should have a set time sooner than what you think. Not if, not probably. It's coming around the corner. Glory is coming around the corner. But I want to listen. The Holy Ghost said something. The Holy Ghost said something. I'm going to tell you what he said after I say this. But glory around the corner is not likely to happen, but it's guaranteed to happen because God has a set time. But the Holy Ghost said that, and now, y'all, this word as sure as my name is what it is. Something, the glory of God, the blessing in your life is around the corner. But the Lord said to tell you this: don't let Satan pressure your flesh to be tempted beyond your strength. While you are in the furnace of affliction and trial, while you're in this trial, don't allow the sins of your flesh to hinder his glory from coming around the corner. Let me tell you something. Right when God's about to bless you, let me tell you what Satan going to do. He's going to try you what worked before. Got quiet on me. Right when God is about to come around the corner, now hear that flesh. And I'm going to warn some of y'all, and I want y'all to hear me. Hear me now. Don't you fall into temptation. Don't you fall into sin. Because what Satan's trying to do is weaken some folks before they get there. He's trying to weaken some people before the blessing come around the corner. And let me tell you, pay attention to your flesh, because the devil wants us to fall into the same traps that we fell in 2 or 3 times prior. And if you keep falling into them same traps, you'll never see God's glory that's around the corner. You're going to have to stand that same old trial because you didn't kill your flesh out while you was going through your trial. All right. See, okay. See, some of y'all, do I got to say this another way? Because some of them looking at me like I'm speaking Greek or some Japanese language. I'm trying to tell y'all. Let me tell you something. While I hear the Lord saying, I got glory around the corner, but God said I'm still sensing weakness in the flesh. God said you got to strengthen your spirit to be stronger than what your flesh. Can you tell me up a little bit? I got to hear myself just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let me. I'm going to say it again. God said glory is around the corner. But the Lord's saying it's some people you are experiencing some familiar temptations that you dealt with before. And these temptations almost took you out in God. God said you can't afford to go, oh God, into this new season, or you won't make it into this new season by being trapped and tricked by the same thing that almost took you out in the last season, Lord. God said that. Lord, y'all better hear me. Yes, Lord. It's some people, let me tell you something. I can feel it, First Lady. It's some people struggling with some flesh right now. And you're struggling at the wrong time with your flesh. This is the time to get before God in his furnace of affliction and tell the Lord, burn out of me everything, God. Every trace that I feel. I don't want to feel what I'm feeling. I don't want to feel no trace of temptation for the opposite sex that I shouldn't be having. I don't want to feel no temptation or perversion that I should not be fulfilling. Because I know something's around the corner. I'm about to come out of this. I'm about to get the biggest blessing that I ever had in my life. I can't let my flesh ruin it for me. Okay.
Come on, man of God. Come on, man of God. Oh, man of God.
You know what? That spirit, that flesh, that sensual spirit, it'll make you heavy before the blessing comes. It'll make you, it is something about, it's on you. When you're heavy, you can't even praise God. You can't even give God glory because that temptation on your flesh is weighing so heavy on you. The carnal thoughts is weighing heavy on you. The carnal actions through the week is weighing heavy on you. And God says they just know what's in the forecast. They will prepare like it was on a rainy day. They'll bring their umbrella outside. They'll bring their raincoat because they know something's around the corner. But because they've been dealing with what they're dealing with so long, they start getting fleshly and carnal and not expecting me to come through. But I come to tell somebody today, get back in your prayer closet. Ask the Lord to take this thing off me. I want showers of blessings. I want showers of miracles. And I know I can't get it with this flesh on me. You know what the Lord said?
Come on.
That old temptation knocking. You know why it's knocking? God's talking to you at the same time. Did you not learn?
Wow.
Did you not learn from the last time? While he's talking, it's knocking. Did you not know that thing almost took you out? Oh, but here he is. It's knocking. You know why it's knocking? You know why temptation knocking? Because it saw you looking at the peephole. You peeking at what almost got you doomed. And God said, my glory is right around the corner. And you're not putting that flesh under. You better watch out. Because I'm telling you, he's not using, say they ain't using nothing new. He's new. Let me tell you what he, wait a minute. Watch this. He's not using nothing new. He's using what's used. What's used? You. What you mean you? Because what got you the last time is still in you now. Y'all got quiet on me. It's still dormant. It's still lying dormant in your flesh because you ain't killed it out. All you did was ignore it. But when the right season came, Satan came to press that button. But I come to tell somebody, listen, I'm trying to warn you. God said the glory's around the corner. But you cannot let that flesh get the rest of you to make you miss what's coming around the corner. Oh, y'all better hear me. It's too much flesh in the house. Oh, y'all come on, somebody. Let me tell you, right now, it's temptations. It's something tempting some folks. And it got you all the way to sinning, but it got you picking the interest. Oh, y'all better hear what I'm saying. Your interest is peaking. God said, listen, stop picking your interest by picking out the people. God said, hide in me. Get yourself in me. Get delivered in me. Kill out that mess. Kill out that flesh. Kill out that stuff going on. Because I got some glory around the corner. And you'll never come out your affliction, a furnace of affliction, until you die to yourself. I know what I know. I know what I know. I know what I know. I can feel it. God said, listen, you going through, listen, I'm not sending you through for you to be tempted to go back. I'm sending you through to purify you, to stay close. He said, commit yourself to a faithful creator during your suffering. It's right there in Peter. Commit yourself to a faithful creator. Why we not stay committed in our suffering? Because we're getting fleshly in our suffering. Y'all better hear me. Watch these spirits coming back close to you. Watch them demons. Y'all better hear what I'm trying to tell you what not to do and what to do, because something is around the corner and Satan will want you to have it. I'm trying to say, come out that flesh, 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 come out. I'm trying to tell you, this is why some of us going through this affliction. We're going through these trials because we ain't burnt that junk out of us yet. Oh, y'all better hear me. Y'all quiet on me. Glory around the corner while sin's knocking at the door. Sin got to your door before the glory came. It's always going to try to get there first. It's always going to get there first. Because when sin come in the door and get in, he put burglar bars on the door for the blessing not to come in. Don't you know burglar bars stop your blessing? Oh, y'all better hear what I'm saying. Sin stop your blessing. It put up burglar bars. God can't get in. Somebody got to come out this flesh tonight. Somebody got to come out of this flesh. God said, I ain't finna do nothing for you. I'm going to keep you right in that same old situation until you learn some maturity. Till you learn how to be perfect in maturity and learn how to follow me. And Lord God have mercy. And depend upon me to help you not to get into that. All right. Some of y'all been so familiar with the same battle in your flesh. Now listen. Till you can discern the season when they come back. You know what it is when they come. Y'all, you know it when it's here. You know before it start knocking. It's for the knock. You know it. And I don't know why it went this way. But the Lord said, you escaped the last time. You get too close again, you're going to fall. And what was around the corner is going to run away as fast as it started to come. Come out this flesh. Come out this spirit. Oh, God, Lord, this will be Tuesday night. God, this Bible class. Okay. Sister Linda, it's not the blessing because it's around the corner. There's something at your door right now. Just go on back out there with them, man. Hang out with them. I mean, go ahead and watch that for a little while. I'll go ahead and listen to this a little bit, man. You see, God said, listen, while you're going through, the wrong thing you want to do is let sin satisfy you than me. You got to find comfort in me while you're suffering, not comfort in your flesh. Because, see, some people lean on sin to comfort them when they're going through a hard time. It comforts the flesh because it feels good. It takes me, listen, this pleasure takes me out the moment of suffering for a while. Y'all better hear me. Okay, Lord, let me go, because there's some stuff been going through my spirit. I feel like it's Sunday morning, but I ain't finna go there. Listen to me. I'm going to say it like this, but it got going too deep. It's certain things that single folks don't introduce themselves to, and certain things married folks don't either. Don't matter if you married or not. Some things we introduce releases demons in our house. Y'all better hear me. It releases demon spirits, and we wonder why we can't shake certain things. Because we are blood. Okay, Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. We trying to have sex the way the heathen having it. Okay, Lord, let me go. See, this Sunday morning. Yeah, go take this. Yeah, okay, Lord. I don't know. I just feel it to say that. We don't find tricks from videos and implement it. You know, that ain't what we do. Do it like this, girl. I ain't comfortable with that. You know why you ain't comfortable? Because your Holy Ghost telling you it ain't right. All right. It's around the corner, but it's about to run away from you. It's about to run. That glory, man. I ain't crazy. You better watch this. I'm telling you, I know what I know. I don't care what kind of Holy Ghost you got. You watch this spirit. Well, the enemy, some of y'all getting uncomfortable with me. The enemy want to present opportunities for the wrong time for people to get together. Watch these spirits. Oh, and I'm talking about while you're going through your affliction. And while you're going through your suffering, the last thing you want to do is learn the way of heathens. We don't want to do things like heathens. Heathens are unbelievers. They don't got God. They have no respect for sexuality, no respect for marriage or holiness. They have no respect. Here it is again. It's still knocking. Come on, preacher. And see, and what you got to be aware of, you got to watch them spirits where in people where they sometimes, because I'm still talking about this, I'm going to put it together. Because when they got them sex cravings, they draw to you. They got them feelings. They start moving towards you. Where am I going here tonight? It's Tuesday night. I should be talking like this tonight. Yo, it's Tuesday. Let me go, bro. The Bible gone, so. Your flesh start getting a little tickled, and you can discern her flesh too. I'm never dealing with them again. Yeah. Next thing you know, I can't get enough of. Come on by the house. Yeah, you don't have to come in the house, but I got something for you outside the house. Well, I'm an old preacher. Well, Lord. I baked you a cake. And don't come too late to get your birthday cake. Do you want a chocolate or carrot? I still give it to you, though we're not married. How many candles you want on it? And don't try to front it, because you know you want it. Y'all. 16 candles of 45. Because in my heart, baby, you're still alive. I act like you're gone, but I'm just from the game. After 3 years, I still feel the same. I still feel the same about you, girl. Now. Oh, y'all, I'm done, y'all. While it's a season of blessing, it's a season of temptation.
We ready, Pastor?
We just read it, didn't we? Everything I'm telling y'all is in line with what we preach. Because when you're going through, you do fall into different temptations. And you fall into some temptations that you thought was